Hello, everyone. This week, your assignment is to compose your own original composition. You'll be using the pentatonic scale, which we learned about in the check-in video for this week, as your basis for your composition. So please complete your check-in before attempting this. In this video, I'm going to go through the guidelines on how you want to go about composing your piece. And I'll also show you my own composition as an example. So this will help you write your piece. So let's get started. Guideline number 1. So you have the option to work with either the G pentatonic scale or the B flat pentatonic scale for your composition. So if you select the G pentatonic, this is what it's going to sound like. This is the G pentatonic scale. And the B flat pentatonic scale sounds like this. Now it's up to you to decide based on your instrument if you want to use these pitches on the low range of your instrument or the high range of your instrument. Here's an example of both scales using the lower range of my instrument. Here's B flat. Okay, so as long as you select one of these scales, that's all that matters. Let's move on. Number 2, your composition has to start and end on the same note as your scale that you select. So if you're using the G pentatonic, your composition has to start and end on G. If you select the B flat pentatonic, you have to start and end on B flat. Number 3, your composition must only use the notes in the pentatonic scale you selected. So if you are using the G pentatonic scale, you can only use the notes G, A, B, D, and E in your composition. Can't use any other notes. So no using any C's or F's for the G pentatonic. And for the B flat pentatonic, you're going to use only B flat, C, D, F, G. No E's or A's for this scale. And all the notes that don't have an accidental, like these here, these are all natural. So G natural, A natural, B natural, D natural, etc. And obviously these here, this is a B flat, and the rest are here are natural. Notice that there are 6 notes here, yes, but that's because I repeated the first note. The repetition does not count as an extra note because it's the same note. Number 4, you must use every note of the scale at least once. So again, you have to use each of the 5 notes at least once. Once you use them, then it's up to you if you want to keep using the same pitch over and over. Number 5, your composition has to be 8 measures long and in 4/4 time. Now, in the guideline sheets that I provided you, I already have provided you also with a rhythm for you to base your composition on. So this rhythm is already 8 measures long and in 4/4 time. Now, if you decide that you want to use your own rhythm, you can create your own, so you don't have to use the one I gave you in the guideline sheet. But again, that'll be up to you. Number 6, the tempo is your choice. So if you want to have a fast composition or you want to have a slow composition, that will be up to you. And lastly, once you're done writing your composition, you're going to record and submit on Google Classroom. Okay, so here we have the rhythm that I provided you guys in your guideline sheet. This is the one that most of you guys are going to use unless you decide to create your own. All right, let's get started. So my first note is going to be a G. Okay, so this is the first thing you want to do when you are writing your composition, and then write down your last note. Again, do this first because you might forget when you get into the actual writing process. So take care of this first. Okay, so now I have all these options here for notes. So I have G, A, B, D, E. So I can select either of those notes. So here, if I have my first note G, okay, that's my rhythm there. So I'm going to select some pitches here, or yeah. So all those are options. So I'm going to go ahead and select the second set of notes that I played for you guys. Now, because I'm using this as notation, if you want to make it a little bit easier to tell the difference between the low G and the high G, for my purposes, I'm going to use capital letters for the high G instead of lowercase for the rest of them. So my low G will be here, and my high G, or capital G, will be here, just so I can tell the difference when I'm writing this out. So this is a high G, I believe I wrote. And then I had an E here and a D there. And again, these are all pitches in my scale, so these are allowed. So here's what I have for my first bar. And I like that. So I'm going to keep that. And again, if you were writing this and you didn't like what I have here, so you can go ahead and change your pitches here. All right, let's work on my second measure a little bit. Let's go ahead and write a D in here for now. I'm going to reuse the same note here. And I'm going to write an E here. Let's see what that sounds like. I kind of like that. Maybe I don't want 3 D naturals in a row. So I'm going to change one of these notes here. And again, it doesn't sound very exciting. So I'm going to change this pitch and see if I can come up with something better. And you know, I like that. So I'm going to replace this now with a B. And again, this is what you're going to be doing during your writing process. So you're open to, change as you go along. And again, there is no wrong note. It's just a matter of what you like and what you think sounds good. So you'll keep doing the same thing. You'll keep plugging in notes for the rest of this. Okay. Once you guys finish, you'll have a finished product that looks something like this. I'm going to fast forward here. So here's my finished composition. All right, so let's hear what this sounds like, guys. I know some of you guys might ask, do I have to use this type of notation for my composition since I know how to write on staff paper or I have my own music program on computer? Then if you have that, then go ahead and do that. You don't have to use the sheet I provided you to plug in your notes. All right, guys, so that's it. I'm really looking forward to hearing your compositions. Get out there, start writing, be creative, and I'm looking forward to hearing these.